The defense taking that one away.
Got a man downfield. It's Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41.
Gain of 22 yards. And a Commanders.
Here we go, here we go.
On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Rolling right, and he just does get that one away. He was being chased down, forced the awkward throw. Maybe he's fortunate that all it is an incompletion.
Okay, ready?
2nd and 10.
Come on. Hit. Mustang 19. Ready?
Out of the gun, it's Sanders. He's got it! And he will get into the end zone! Kick Okonkwo. Touchdown, Commander. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. So that will tie the NFL record that has stood for more than 70 years. 7 touchdown passes in one game. First done by Sid Luckman with the Bears in 1943. And then Adrian Burke of the Eagles in 1954. We've waited a long time. Now they have company.
Mike, I think all of us can remember exactly where we were during a certain Super Bowl where throwing the ball this close to the goal line ended up being a disaster. But unlike that time, they ran this pass play to perfection, and the result, 2 points.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go. 18 caution. Motion.
First play of the drive, and here's Dillon. Trying to avoid tacklers, and the ball is out. And it will be another turnover as this defense does it again.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit.
And he's got another one. Kick Okonkwo. Touchdown, Commander. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. So yet another touchdown pass, and that one's going to be the record breaker. Most touchdown passes in a single game. Now, a 2-point conversion attempt coming.
Washington will line up.
Sanders will throw it. The blitz overwhelms the offensive line, and down he goes.
Makes the score. Commanders 82.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Jackson now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line.
The Eagles take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
Ready up. Here we go. Start. Liking. Hey, go.
Here's a designed run. He works free, right side. He's inside the 30. And they finally bring him down, but he gets it to the red zone. Brings it inside the 20. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 54 yards.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 17-yard
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's a throw by Leonard. He'll find Jenkins out of the backfield. And he will win the race to the pylon. He's in. Ashton Jenkins. Touchdown, Eagles. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Here's Elliott for the extra point. He's got it. And the Eagles are able to cut into the deficit. So back and forth they go as we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. They're trying to pin him deep. They'll take this from the 3. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. First and 10 now from the 36. On play action, Shador. Down the field, he's got his tight end Okonkwo. And he's into the end zone yet again. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Washington. He has come alive after the break. His 3rd touchdown of the second half. Their head coach, 2 fingers in the air. They'll say no to the extra point. Go for 2. Flush to his right. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted.
That keeps this mix the score. Commanders 88, Eagles 69.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. From the 6, here comes a return. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 18-yard line.
On first and 10, here's Dillon. He's able to get away from one man. Reinforcements were there fast. He's taken down for a loss on the play. So after the loss on first, here's 2nd and 14. Operating out of the gun, it is Leonard. I had a defender draped all over, incomplete. Good work to body him up and set up a 3rd down.
3rd down and 14.
From the gun, here's Leonard. And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first. It'll bring up 4th down. Here comes the Eagles punt team. And he's on to punt for just the 2nd time in this game. Here's Lane. And he'll get forward a few yards on the return. And that's where the offense will take over.
24-yard line.
They go play action with Sanders. And for a 3rd time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quinyon Mitchell.
I think this is one of those interceptions, Mike, that when the ball left his hand, he simply just didn't even see the corner. And now they're playing what they call cover 3. So that corner, he's responsible for the deep outside 3rd of the field. And he's just playing in space, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he just threw it right to him.
Brings up 2nd
From the 38 now, here's 2nd down and 3. Leonard to throw. Got his man at the 6. And he'll take this one in. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Well, Greg, the light's still on way down at the end of the tunnel here. They are climbing back into this one with that touchdown here in the 4th quarter.
And they have a tall task ahead of them, Mike, but they have a chance. I mean, we've seen stranger things happen. They got a 2-possession game here late. They're going to need a couple stops, and they're going to need a couple things to bounce their way.
Here comes a return from the 5. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Eagles. 19 tight. 19 tight.
They go play action now with Sanders. Oh, that may be the break they needed. That one's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander.
So you find yourself with a lead here in the second half, and up until this point, I think he's done a pretty good job being a contributor to that, but you don't want to give the defense a chance to spark the comeback. You're trying to put him away late, protect the ball, safe throws. Don't be afraid.
In trouble, and down he goes. Jalen Carter in there to drop him, and that's going to be a loss of 9 to open this drive. Throwing on second down. Leonard. They'll try to set up the screen here. And he's out of bounds. Still short of the first down, but he got a good chunk of yardage back with that one.
17 yards on the
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive killers. But their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, they've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
And he will score. Game on. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Eagles. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. The extra point by Elliott is good. And the Eagles have cut the deficit to 5. So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away. Safe kick taken at the 5. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive.
26-yard line.
Get it. 79, 19 Tiger, 19 18 Rattler, 18 go.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. There's Okonkwo open left side. Still on the move. Inside the 10. And what an effort after the catch. He goes all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Washington.
Ready.
He is having a performance to remember. That is 5 touchdowns for him in this one game. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Eagles have it.
I'm always curious how a defense is going to respond. So you give up a touchdown, you give up 6, and now the offense is trying to extend it to 8. How are you going to buckle down? How are you going to hang in there? In this case, let's give them a little credit. Keep those 2 off the board, and they can come to the sideline and regroup.
A very good field position to start as the return is past the 40.
At their own 44-yard line.
Here's Leonard now throwing on 1st and 10. A short pass there, and he's got Granson. Down the sideline. And he'll be taken down at the 10-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. Pickup of 46 yards. So not quite 1st and goal. It's 1st and 10. They're pretty close. They run out of the gun with Genty. And he will score again. Ashton Genty. Touchdown, Philadelphia. That is his 3rd touchdown of the afternoon. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they?
To the end zone. It's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Amos. Oh, big hole left side. To the 20.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you can see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a one-score game as they kick it away.
The Commanders take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Operating from their own 23, they'll begin first and 10. Here's Sanders to throw. Short one there to Okonkwo. And he's out of bounds. Gain of 4. It'll bring up second down.
Out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
18, hide in.
It's now second and 6.
Play action. One of his teammates there to take it back in.
Sometimes these games in the NFL, Mike, they get decided by simply how the ball bounces. I mean, how often do we see a quarterback in the pocket get strip sacked, and that ball ends up going the other direction? Fortunately for them, they can regroup, get back in the huddle, and live another day. Ball falls into the hands of his own guy, and they'll see if they can dodge this bullet.
Moving left. He'll try to run for it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was third down. The Commanders about to send this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a fourth quarter lead.
Adoree Jackson on the return. The Eagles take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
To throw on first and 10, Leonard. And this ball's going to be incomplete. Devontae Smith, the intended receiver, and it'll lead to a second down.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Catch made, right side by Wilson. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
19 yards.
He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game in that one. A first down.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Now it's Dillon. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's second down.
24-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6.
They'll throw. It's Leonard. That one knocked away. In the end zone, incomplete. What a good job locating the football by the defense where it matters most. And it'll bring up third down now. Let's go. To the air is Leonard. Oh, for the 5th time, he is intercepted. Picked off by Travis Hunter. And the Commanders are going to get the ball back on the turnover. They hold on fourth down. So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22. Here's Daniels. He'll work this out wide for Sanders. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Brings up second and 1 at the 31.
Daniels now going to look to throw. This one batted away. Good coverage there. It's incomplete. Reed Blankenship had the tight coverage and comes up with the defensive play.
Trap roll 80. Trap 50. Trap 50.
They'll try and run here with Sanders. And this is going to work out. He's got it. The first down at the 38-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for first and 10.
First down, Washington.
Forced out wide. Off he goes. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
It's a gain of 16 yards. That's another Washington first down.
They'll go play action here with Daniels. He's going to take a shot down the field. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Jalen Lane. Touchdown, Commanders. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it. So they decide to put the ball in the air, which I don't mind on this 2-point try, but the execution was just a little bit off, and it's not going to work out in their favor this time around.
This taken at the 5. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line.
Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
On first down, Leonard. Forced out wide.
Initially, Mike, a really good job by the defense. Nowhere to go with the ball for this quarterback. He's forced to pull it down and turn into a runner. A little slow reaction, and he's able to actually pick up a pretty good game.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That is brought in. And he's got another one. Luke McCaffrey. Touchdown, Eagles. He has come alive after the break. His third touchdown of the second half.
The Eagles will
Gonna throw. It's Leonard. The pressure got to him. He was hit as he threw it. It's incomplete, and they come up empty, trying for 2. So time here for the onside kick just in front of the 2-minute warning. He's inside the 40, and he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Get it. Liking 18. 18, tied in.
Play action. Here's Daniels. That is brought in at the 10. So, Jake Moody on in this big situation. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. Oh, no, he missed it. Not more than a chip shot, but it's no good. And this lead will stay right where it is. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there. It's going to wind up incomplete. The pressure got to him that time, and it'll set up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. And that's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
He's into the clear again, and he will dive into the end zone. 80 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. So that one, his 4th touchdown catch of the game. That is one behind the single-game NFL record. Oh, do you believe it? It's intercepted.
Mike, I don't love that decision. I'm in the school of thought where the only time I'm going for 2 is if it is clearly to win and there is not enough time on the clock for my opponent to respond. In this case, tie the game, go on defense. Maybe you can end up actually getting the ball back and go down for the win.
He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. Here's first down.
Ready, go!
Now flags fly. Looked like someone got going early, and it's going to turn into 1st and 15. Awful time to get a penalty. Now 1st and 15. Operating from... Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. That'll be picked up by the Eagles. And he is going to bring this one back. It is a fumble recovery for a defensive touchdown. Elliott on now for the PAT. Now, how about this? It's a fake. The ball comes out.
The conversion is no good on the fake extra point. Jake Elliott.
So following the score, here comes Elliott to kick this one away. Here comes a return from the 3. At midfield. Look at him go. And he won't quite take it the distance, forced out of bounds, but he sets up his team with first and goal.
Oh, so close. I mean, those are tough. You go that far, and it doesn't result in a touchdown. But give that kicking team a little bit of credit now. They never gave up on the play.
And he cannot be stopped. He is into the end zone again. Chig Okonkwo. Touchdown, Washington. With that, he joins Gale Sayers and Alvin Kamara. Players in the Super Bowl era with 6 touchdowns in a single game. The extra point is good. A big one as we are tied late in this football game. Tie game. Still time to break that tie, though, as you see. Maybe run a 2-minute offense. And the kick's in the air. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30.
Eagles take over 1st and 10.
This is 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Ewers. And he's going to get this one out to the 43-yard line. He has been busy. 9 receptions on the game, and that one a first down. A play fake, and now it's Ewers. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Luke McCaffrey, the intended receiver. And it'll be 2nd down.
Hold the ready. Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun is Ewers. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. 6 catches for him in the ball game now. And this one's good for a first down.
Eagles, first down.
Now this is going to be a design run. They let him keep it, and he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
No gain on the play.
You could see the quarterback, once he got the snap, he was looking for any seam, any daylight. But nothing materialized, and he's fortunate he got back to the line of scrimmage.
That's down the field and taken in by Granson. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down.
1st and 10 at the 21-yard line.
And now they're going to get the timeout. A huge play has them in field goal range with a chance to win this one. So now, Jake Elliott, an important kick coming up. That is hot. And this is going to be a touchdown. What a finish. They win it on the final play.
Just an incredible finish, Mike. I know we thought coming in that this game would be tight, but I'm not sure either of us thought it would come down to the final play of regulation. but they get that last-second touchdown